I built a business at $10,000 per month at 19, and it started by building my confidence from day zero. Now, a lot of people online are telling you that you need to achieve the end result first. You need to build that body, the business, and then you can become confident. You see people like Layla, Alex Ramosi say this, and I know they're way more successful than me, but my personal story is different. I hit 10K per month by starting from day zero, by building up my confidence and how I'm going to show you in this video. Okay? So, what did I do on day zero? I didn't have any proof of sales. It was my first online business. I was doing Facebook ads for med spas. I had no idea how to run a Facebook ad. I had no idea what a med spa business operated, how they operated, what they were like. But yet I still got to 10K per month with that model. And I still helped those businesses to get to like a 60x return on investment because I built confidence in delusional thinking from day zero when I didn't have those external results. And there's a method to do this that high performers use that I had to learn on my own. It took me years to do that. And if you want my full system on how to master confidence, click the link below. But let's get into it. What I did on day zero is I first wrote out the top 10 moments in my business journey. And now, again, I didn't have any success, but I forced myself to write down 10 things that I did right. And that gave me some conviction and truth and a sense of I can do this. And I'll give you an example. When I started my business, I wrote down I created my LLC. That was my first top moment. The second one is I bought a course on for scaling my agency, growing an agency. And I wrote another thing that I finished those first four modules, that I created my onboarding system, that I finished the action steps in that course. And that was my bank. That was my evidence that I could do this. If you just work and you don't have a log of your wins or the evidence that you can do the thing, I'm telling you, your negative thinking brain is going to overcome yourself and you're going to self-sabotage, you're going to quit, you're going to perform at your worst because you're in a state of hesitation. So that's why having some sort of evidence is so important no matter how small it is. And then I updated that 10 top 10 moments as I went on. When I sent my first cold email and I got a reply that was yes, I updated that. When I sent my first cold loom and the person booked a call, I updated my first top 10 moment to be that. And I was building this conviction and this evidence that I could do this one win at a time, baby step at a time. Everyone else is just showing you the big, huge win. You need to start with your current situation, your baby step, and track the win and log in. I'm sure you have a win right now. It could be as simple as watching this video. I watched Mona's video on how to build confidence, and I'm going to actively pursue that now. That could be your moment, as small as it is. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you have bigger moments. And you can apply moments from other things in your life. If you're just starting business, but you've succeeded in school, that can be a moment that you know how to succeed in one vehicle, and it's not that much different. If you've succeeded, if you got in good grades, if you built a strong body, business is not that different. So log your top 10 moments, update them. When I got my first sale, that was my new moment. When I got my first $2,000 a month retainer in a one call close, that was my new moment. And now I have this bank of evidence that no one can take away from me. And how do you imagine my confidence is now when I show up on these calls, when I talk to other business owners, when I talk to other founders and students? I have those wins on my front room, on the wall in my room, and I see that every day. That's what you need to start doing to build confidence, is having the small win right now, doing some action, logging it, tracking it, putting it on your wall, and updating it. That's one step I did. If you want more techniques, you can click the link below, but I'm going to walk you through a couple more, okay? Another thing I would do is what I learned from this book called The Confident Mind, called IPR, Immediate Progress Review, which means after every single action I took, like we have the top 10 moments where we would have like our top win for the week or the month, I would do that at a micro scale. And after every repetition, let's say I woke up at 9 a.m. and I didn't snooze, I would mentally in that moment say, fuck yeah, let's go. Woke up at 9 a.m., I didn't snooze. That might sound crazy, but I'm telling you, that's what's going to allow you to put yourself in a state to perform your best. 10K per month is nothing but executing at your best state for a consistent period of time and reflecting on what's not working and iterating. But you can only do those things if you're in a good mood, if you're in a better state. That's how you get to 10K per month so fast. It's not what this like hard on yourself mentality, beating yourself up. Oh, I can't do this. I suck at this. I can't, how is this going to work? No, you have to be in a confident certain state 24/7. And even now I'm not in that state 24/7, but I've built this skill to put myself back in that state, and that's what makes progress inevitable and fun. Do you understand how fast 10K month can be if you become confident, if you build confidence daily, if you make this process fun? So after every small action you take, every minuscule win throughout the day, tell yourself, yeah, let's go. You do a deep work block for an hour and a half and you track it, you log it on your scoreboard. You tell yourself, let's freaking go. It's those small wins that everyone else is going to look at you and be like, why is he celebrating that? That's so small. That's what builds the conviction, the certainty, the skill set to go for bigger things. And those bigger things are nothing but incremental small wins that led to that. 10K per month is closing 5 clients for 2K per month. That was sending out 1,000 to 2,000 emails. That was waking up and finding the leads to message them, testing different copies. Break it down, bro. People don't see the process. They're so obsessed with the end outcome and celebrate you on that. And I'm happy for you if you have people in your life that celebrate your wins. But you need to start celebrating the process as well and the mini wins, the baby steps, because those are the things that are leading to your success. A lot of people look at plateaus and are like, dude, this is not working. You post 30 videos straight and you're not at 1,000 subs, and you tell yourself, shoot, man, like I'm not made for this. Like, why are things not working? But you don't realize the micro wins you had in posting those 30 videos. How many people have posted 30 videos in a row? I'm on my 43rd video right now. That's a F yeah, let's go for me. And how do you think I'm going to show up on my next video that I script and when I review this video? I'm going to be more optimistic. I'm going to be more energetic, and that leads to better performances. But when you're in a state of fear, anxiety, I don't know if I can do this, that's how you lead to worse performance, and that's how you fail. And stop caring so much about the outcome. Focus on the present moment, on the current task at hand, and plan it the night before. So we went over IPR right now, which is immediate progress review. After you finish every single task in your business, every minute in your day, your workout, give yourself that win. Give yourself that credit. Have that positive self-talk that's going to allow you to move into the next thing with greater clarity and conviction and a better attitude and state, because you're going to then perform that next thing even better. And when you make a mistake, look at it, be curious about it, don't attach yourself to it. Tell yourself that was situational to that one time. It's not about me, it's not representative of me. And look at what you did right, and then take that with you into the next opportunity, the next sales call, the next deep work block, the next presentation, the next homework, exam. It applies to everything in life. Build this confidence first, and that's how you're going to perform better and achieve the end outcome. And then you're going to realize, bro, once you achieve the end outcome, when I hit 10K per month, it's like, bro, what the hell is the point of life? What's the point of goals and setting them, achieving them, and moving on to the next thing? And you realize it was always about the journey. It was about building confidence every single day and getting better and better and better and playing an infinite game that feels like play. And those achievements, those goals just happen as a byproduct of focusing, of being in flow, of being present, of realizing there's something bigger than you and enjoying that, but still showing up every day, building that confidence and becoming a master at your craft, because that's something I wish for you in this life, bro. It's something I'm aiming towards, is cultivating that sense of mastery, and you do that by building confidence right now. Okay, another thing I would do is through every single doorway I would walk through, from when I was on my walks to the gym, when I would exit my college apartment, when I would enter a lecture hall, every single doorway I walked through, I would tell myself, I'm so excited to make $10,000 per month. And in the beginning, it was not that. It was, I'm so excited. I can't wait to make $5,000 per month by my birthday. And guess what happened on my birthday, November 23rd, 2022? I made $5,000 that month. And it was recurring revenue. So the next month, I made another 5,000. I got another sale for 2K. So I was at 7,000 per month. And it's because I had that belief. Your belief, your confidence comes first, because your confidence, your belief impacts your behavior. When you're confident and you're certain and you have this energy and this excitement to you, your mind opens up, your physical body, there's science behind this. The neural pathways open up to the right actions that lead to that result. There's a self-fulfilling prophecy here where your mind, your confidence controls your body and your actions, and those actions lead to the results you want. And then you realize, let me just double down on those thoughts and those actions, because that's what makes me happier anyways. And the outcomes just happen as a byproduct of it. Enter this success cycle, bro. Get out of this destructive cycle where you're telling yourself the negative things of, I can't do this, or what if this goes wrong, or I'm lazy, or whatever. Stop telling yourself those things. Replace the thought to replace the behavior and actions you have. Again, confidence comes first. Belief impacts behavior. I'm saying this multiple times because it's transformed my life, bro, and I want it for you. Okay? And lastly, I want to talk about how I entered flow daily, because that was a big part of it. When you're confident and you have the right systems in place, you enter flow daily. And I did that by what I learned called the CBA routine. Again, I learned this from the book called The Confident Mind. And the CBA routine stands for cue your conviction, breathe in your body, and attach your attention. What does that mean? Before every sales call, before every email deep work block where I would write an email, my cold email copy, this applies to your business. Before every exam, every study session, every discussion worksheet I would work on, I would cue my conviction by saying a one phrase thing in the present tense and powerful. So before a sales call, it would be like, I'm excited to speak with this prospect. And notice how I didn't say, I'm excited to close this prospect. Because you want to attach your attention on the task at hand, not on the outcome. Because when you're so focused on the outcome, you're getting rid of the bandwidth to focus on being in flow and just having a genuine conversation and doing your best in the moment. The best athletes, when they're playing a game 3 of the NBA finals, right? LeBron James, he's not thinking about, oh, I have to win the championship. He's thinking about winning the current play. He's present right now. And that's what allows him to be the best he can be. When he was blocking that ball from Iguodala, sorry, I'm a Warriors fan, but I forgot his name. But do you remember that game when we were? I'm a Warriors fan. We were 3-1 up, and then LeBron James was running all across the court. Iguodala was about to lay it up, and he blocked it. I guarantee in that moment he was not thinking about I need to win the championship. He was thinking I need to block this guy right now. That's what cueing your conviction is. Before a workout, you tell yourself this weight explodes off my chest. You don't tell yourself, oh, I need to hit 8 reps with this. You don't think about the outcome. You think about the task at hand so you're present. So you get rid of this monkey brain thinking that's distracting you and these thoughts that are crowding you. And then you just flow and you perform and it's automatic. So that's the cue. And then you breathe. You take a deep breath. And if you want to know how to actually breathe properly, watch my previous video. Okay? And then you attach your attention on the task at hand, not at the end outcome. I can't wait to see you win, my guy. And I want to leave this off on a story. Do you remember when you first learned how to ride your bike? You didn't know how to ride your bike when you first started, right? When you first stepped onto that pavement and you had your bike there and you didn't know how to ride it, what did you have? You had belief that you could do it because you saw your friends do it, you saw your parents do it, and you knew you could do it. Even though you didn't have any skill in it, you didn't know how to do it, you kept getting up, falling down because you had the belief that you could figure it out. It is the same thing with everything in life, including building a 10K per month business. It starts with the belief that you can do it, having clarity on how you're going to do it. Again, if you want my help on that, click the link below. I have something special for you to master confidence for business. And once you have that belief, you have that behavior of getting up and trying again, getting up and trying again, getting up and trying again, and you don't quit until you achieve it. And then you realize, bro, playing the game was the most fun thing, not getting the end result. I hope you enjoy playing the game, my guy. I know you will achieve that end result of 10K per month if you click subscribe and you follow my advice in my videos, because I'm literally just telling you heartfelt what I learned, bro. I can't wait to see you win, and peace out.